Yeah, I think if it's half as good as last year, we'll be in for a great championship. I suppose last year were some of the best games over the last number of years, especially the Limerick Cork Munster final was unbelievable, and hopefully this year will be no difference. I suppose knockout means an awful lot, and it kind of gets the blood boiling and the crowd on people's backs, and the atmosphere is brilliant, you know, and it kind of makes it for a brilliant championship. Tip Cork, look, it's 50-50 really. Both teams will win if they have a right chance of turning each other over. Overall, I feel that Limerick are maybe a small bit ahead of everyone else. They've three of the best young forwards in the game in Downs, Declan Hanning and Shane Dowling, and if these lads turn up, it'll be hard for any defence to stop them. You know, the likes of Waterford, Clare are playing each other as well. They're always tight. Clare some good minor teams the last couple of years. Waterford are pushing on the whole time underage, and they won't be far away. But at the moment, I feel that Limerick are a small bit ahead of everyone else. You know, it's the same scenario as Limerick. Dublin are the reigning champions, and I feel they'll get the Leinster final anyway. Possibly against Kilkenny, who will feel they've a bit to prove after the last couple of years. You know, and anytime Kilkenny are a wounded animal, they're a dangerous animal. You know, and I think Dublin are making great strides underage, and it's coming to goods with the senior team as well. Annie Daly have been playing a good style of hurling. They seem to have plenty of confidence. They're physically very strong and very fit, and they're playing a nice brand. And I just feel Dublin are a small bit ahead, the same again in Leinster as everyone else. But you wouldn't want to play Kilkenny on a bad day, you know. Galway are funny kind of a team at times. They won the minor last year and U21 last year, and people weren't talking too much about them. A lot of talk was about Limerick and Dublin and how much progress they made, but they won 2 titles underage, which is fair going, you know. They kind of nice and quietly come in under 21 because they're their first game as a semi-final, and they seem to always get it right underage, and it's something I suppose that they have to work on for senior. But at the moment, underage they have it right, and they'll feel they have a right chance of getting to a final, and one game in the final, and who knows what can happen then, you know. Antrim have some great hurling people up there, so a lot of work being done as well. I know there's a lot of work in the league this year in the senior team. A lot of young lads were playing on that, and it's hard to come down, and when you're playing a certain standard, to come down and try and beat the Munster champions is very hard. Was after having 3 or 4 good games and big crowds, and we're up to the pace of things, and that's probably the main problem that Antrim have. Galway on the other hand seem to get it right, and they're experienced at doing it and beating the Leinster and Munster teams, you know, and that seems to be the problem of the Ulster champions coming down. They find it hard to get up to pace, but some good hurlers there, but I couldn't see him, to be honest with you, beating the Munster champions. TG4 have been brilliant for club games and under 21 games over the years, and I suppose 10 games this year is some going, and it's only highlighting how good this championship is and getting out to the people that it's a great championship to watch, and the future stars are there. And I suppose when I saw the lads today, how fit they are and how tall they are, I suppose you have Danny Sutcliffe, Shane Dowling, 2 of the best young players coming through, and that's from last year. Aidan Welch, Liam Rush, these lads are probably the top players in their own county, and that shows how good these under-21 players are so important. The game has changed, it's a young man's game, and these lads are at the forefront of all their teams, and it shows it's a great championship, you know.